Let's explore the importance of nutrition. Your body is a battery of life force energy, and in many ways, food is your fuel for your body. And unlike every other program or piece of machinery that you would purchase, which comes with a manual, or a car that comes with a driver's manual, the car that you drive your whole life does not come with a manual. Most people figure it out on their own, how to take care of their body, or do their best to do so, or only take a look at why their car's not working when it's fully broken down and no longer working for them. We want to think of our body as a finely tuned vehicle. If you give it good fuel, it will take you to places. I want to celebrate the wisdom of Dr. Gerald Reaven, an endocrinologist. He's made famous for being the one to coin the term metabolic syndrome. And he said that when it comes to nutrition, what we need is information, not more advice. And I find that this is such an important way for us to conceptualize nutrition. We've got a ton of advice out there from dietary gurus about what you should eat and what you shouldn't eat. When we say what we need is information, not more advice, we want to inform people and empower people with a greater understanding of how does their body work. Why are you asking them to eat antioxidant-rich foods? Why is it that they might be at risk for diabetes if they frequently consume excess levels of sugar? Why is a trans fat a bad fat? What is a trans fat? This type of information and understanding the mechanisms behind these things is precisely the type of way that we empower people towards greater levels of self-care. And so a very simple principle that we can follow is a principle that's used in technology and data all the time. It's called garbage in, garbage out. This is an idea that's used to express, that's used in computing spheres and other places to explain to people that if you put incorrect or poor quality information in, you're always going to get a faulty output. So if I put bad data into the way that I'm coding a website, I'm going to get a faulty product out. But many people forget this as it relates to their body, that if you don't put good things in, you're not necessarily going to get premium, high quality out. That we want to think about the stuff that we put into our body being such a huge impact to how well we drive our car. And when we have signs of proper nutrition, when our body is healthy, we have a well-developed body. We have an ideal weight for our body composition. Most people misunderstand our body. They think that weight is something that you just keep gaining as you get older. No, we're actually meant to achieve a certain level of health and well-being, a particular weight, and actually stay that weight. I'm the same weight today as I was in middle school and high school. My body has changed, the composition, things have moved around. Things have also moved down, but that's a whole other story. That's gravity. But for the most part, my body weight has stayed the same because I take good care of my nutrition. When we are healthy, we have adequate muscle development, we can see good nutrition in smooth skin, glossy hair, clear and bright eyes, mental and physical alertness when we have good nutrition, and the ability to resist dis-ease. Our body is more resilient when we take good care of it with the foods that we put in, and also increased lifespan and greater vitality. But it's important to remember that when we talk about nutrition, there is no one-size-fits-all model, that there is many different models for different people, and that where we see the future of nutrition and medicine going is actually towards personalized medicine. Medicine is moving in the direction of looking at the interactions of genetics, environment, and people's personalized needs for their nutrition based on things like their activity levels, their allergies, what are their goals, and a host of other factors. It is impossible for us to create a nutrition plan that's going to fit everyone. And so before we dive into the content, I really want to emphasize and drive home the importance of the N=1 principle. In research studies, N refers to the number of research participants within a study. So when you see N=1,200, that means that the study was done on 1,200 participants. The N=1 principle is an invitation to run safe experiments on yourself and explore what works for you. What works for one person is not going to work for another. And one of the best ways to explore the concept of nutrition and ways of feeding ourselves, ways of nourishing ourselves from the inside out, is to begin to test safely what works for me, little by little, in a safe, often supervised way. Not whiplash diets, not doing anything too extreme, but conducting a really good research experiment the way that we would want a researcher if they were experimenting on kindergarten children. We want to give some thought to what changes we're making, what those ramifications are. So I invite you to take this information that we're about to dive into with an invitation to joyfully learn about your body, learn how you operate, learn how the system functions best, and explore ways to create your own personalized relationship to high-level wellness. Let's get started.